Have you ever heard the phrase, money makes money? The richer get richer, and the more money you have, the more money you make? Well, in this video, I wanted to take you behind the scenes to explain why phrases like these even exist, why your net worth takes off at 100K, and also give you tips on what to do to get around this 100K number and what to focus on instead. So let's start with, why does your net worth explode at 100K? Well, many people believe that reaching a certain threshold suddenly grants you to exclusive access to better opportunities, and these opportunities mean better investments, which come with higher returns, and that's why the rich get richer. In fact, there are two other important factors that come into play as to why your net worth explodes at 100K, and neither of which are related to the type of investment you have access to. The first of those is the scale of capital. Let's first consider the reinvestments difference scale, all of which offer the same 10% return. So suppose you invest $1,000 with the 10% annual return after 1 year. Your investment would grow to $1,100, so a profit of $100. If you invest $10,000 with the same 10% annual return, your investment will grow to $11,000 after just 1 year. Same percentage return, and that same 10% is just a larger absolute number, so your profit is $1,000. And then looking at a $100,000 investment with the same 10% annual return would grow to $110,000, resulting in a profit of $10,000. The investment, the risk, the period, they're all the same in all three cases, but the profits are significantly different. And scaling capital allows for higher returns on a larger amount of money. And as you increase the size of your investment, the absolute return also increases proportionately, which ultimately means that you will grow your wealth at a much faster rate. The second thing that people miss is what they call the eighth wonder of the world, and that's compound interest. And simply put, compound interest is the interest that you earn on your investments. So with compound interest, not only are you earning money on your original money or the principal balance, but you also earn money on the interest that you've already made through that original investment. It's actually kind of hard to explain this without using numbers. So let's just say you have $1,000 every month with an 8% annual average return. After 7 years, you'll reach a net worth of $100,000. And that is quite a long time. That's 7 years to get to the first milestone of $100,000. But to get to the second milestone of the next 100,000, that time period actually shortens drastically. And this time, you'll earn an 8% return on a larger amount. You'll earn it on the first $100,000 that you've already saved, and you'll earn it on the interest that first 100,000 has also accumulated. So as a result, the time it takes to reach the next 100,000 milestone reduces to 4 years, almost half the time it took to reach the first 100K milestone. And then to reach the next 100,000 milestone after that, it'll take you just over 3 years. And you'll notice that the time it takes to earn each additional $100,000 after that continues to get shorter and shorter, and then money working for that money, and then money working for that money. And then once you reach $1 million, an extra 100,000 from interest alone will take you just over a year. The hardest and the most time-consuming part is often at the beginning because you don't have compound interest working for you. So you have to do a lot of that heavy lifting yourself. And that's also why a lot of financial content for people at the start of their journey is based around optimizing every penny and cutting out those oatmeal lattes and not buying XYZ is centered largely around deprivation, because at this point, every small financial win may feel really hard and like it's not moving the needle much. But it's those small wins that, when you put them all together, gets you to that first 100K. And once you reach that, every success then adds up pretty quickly, and the further into the wealth building process you go, the easier it gets. So keeping these two factors in mind, capital scale and compounding, what are some of the things that you can do to make sure that you're not left behind if you don't have that 100K saved up already? Well, the first is to increase the amount of time that you invest for. So let's just say that you're on a salary of $60,000 and you're investing 20% of that. That means you're investing $12,000 a year After 23 years at then 8% average return, you're going to have about $730,000. But if you invest for 4 more years after that, just 4 more years, you'll have over $1 million. The real gain comes at the end of the journey and not at the start. And so every single day that you're not investing, you're losing out on the opportunity for time, and compounding time is the most important thing that you have on your side. So even if you don't have 100K to start with, what you have with more time is your investments start to earn more interest. And then that interest in the principal compound, think of it like a snowball rolling down the hill, gaining snow and getting faster and getting bigger. And the further down it goes, it just gets bigger and faster to the point where it's just unstoppable and the gains are exponential. And then the second thing that you can focus on is increasing the amount that you can invest. It doesn't mean that you need a $100,000 lump sum to invest in straight away, but thinking about ways to increase what you could contribute on a monthly basis. And notice, I haven't said at this point to find investments with a bigger return. I've seen people obsessed over what they invest in, trying to get 1% or 2% increase per year in their investments, optimizing for the best fund, the best strategy, the best platform, which, yeah, sure, it does make a difference. But the thing that's really going to drive the results is just increasing the amount that you can invest. And to illustrate this, if you're investing $200 a month for 30 years at 10%, you get just under $400,000. But if you get an extra 2% per year from your investments, you're left with just under $600,000, which, agreed, is a huge amount. But what about if instead of focusing on the stock market and trying to optimize for the best returns, which, let's just be honest, is largely outside of your control, you focus on increasing the amount that you can earn day to day instead? And look at the stock market as just a way to multiply your wealth and a place to park your money that you generate in your day-to-day life. And so maybe through negotiating your salary, investing together with your partner, earning more money through a side business, and let's just say instead of getting that extra 2% return in the stock market, you're able to double what you invest every month instead. And so instead of investing $200 a month, you invest $400 a month. And then you get to $800,000. And although there are many rules for building wealth, the path varies for everyone. And my personal way to go about this is to focus on earning more through what you do in your day-to-day and really kill it in that area, whilst also investing a small amount on a monthly basis into the stock market so that you can learn the investing habits early and also let compound interest work for you. And then that way, when you do have a lot of money and you're ready to invest a lump sum or a large amount, you won't be starting from scratch and you would have already had that head start. So don't underplay the combination of more. Increasing the amount you can invest in and the time that you can invest in has an impact on your overall net worth. And if you like this video, here's 2 more that you might enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.